What's up everybody, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel once again from us over here at Locust&WildHoney. So if you've been following the channel for quite some time, you probably already know that it's very seldom and few and far between that I do a dedicated sneaker review on the channel. I want to say the last time I did one was last year when I did the Yeezy Wave Runner 700s, and as you guys know, that was my personal sneaker of the year. Now today's video, I firmly believe that this is a candidate for being the exact same situation, in that this could legitimately be the sneaker of the year. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it and get your guys' opinion. So as you guys probably already read in the title, description, or the thumbnail of today's video, we're gonna be looking at the Nike React Element 87. To start out, we have the Nike box, and you're greeted with just your standard typical Nike sportswear box in orange. Looking at the size tag and sizing in general, as you can see here, I did go for a size 9, which is my true to size. Just for reference, I generally wear an 8.5 in Vans Vault, a 9 in most Adidas sneakers, namely Ultra Boost, NMDs, and things of that nature. And lastly, I'm generally a 9 in almost all Nike sneakers. Getting in the box itself, like I said, it's just a standard box. There's actually no laces that come with the sneakers, just some white paper inside, and the sneakers, there's really nothing much to it. No stuffing in the shoes themselves. And it's really funny because when I actually picked these shoes up, my first impression on these sneakers upon taking them out was I was initially unimpressed, to be honest with you. In fact, I was kind of let down just because the upper being so thin and them looking malformed. I just thought they were just a cheap sneaker from Nike. But after kind of looking at them and actually trying them on, this was really nothing to worry about. It really is just they were lacking some stuffing in the toe box, which might help in the future. So Nike, if you drop more of these, maybe put some stuffing in there. Anyways, if you plan on purchasing these, expect to spend right around $160. The worldwide release outside of the US was June 21st, which was about a week from when I purchased these and won them in the raffle from Sneakers and Stuff. But the US release will be happening on July 13th. So definitely keep a lookout for them. Check out Sneakers app. I know they're dropping on there and on a plethora of other sneaker boutiques. I definitely don't suggest you sleep on these guys. I'll just say that out front, just because they are very good looking sneaker, a new silhouette, but we'll get into more detail in just a moment. Now getting into the specifics of the Nike Element 87s, the midsole is extremely comfortable, and as its name entails, is made of this React material. Now I've heard time and time again people comparing this midsole to Boost, and in my opinion, it's a bit firmer than Boost. I honestly don't think it's too comparable, to be honest. In my opinion, it's like a slightly firmer version of the midsole that came from the Roche Run, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. I mean, overall, the way I would describe the midsole is chunky, pretty soft, but very stable, and I actually like that a lot. I find oftentimes with regard to Boost, sometimes I can be thrown off balance because of the lack of stability and it's a bit too soft, but that's not the case here with the Reacts. These have a good amount of stability, which I love, and lastly, they're a bit more elevated than the Boost or the Roche Run, so that's definitely a nice touch as well with regard to the midsole. Moving upwards onto the upper of the sneaker, we find it's predominantly made out of this translucent mesh material, as you guys have seen time and time in the pictures, and honestly it looks really good. It's very breathable. This material up top is not water resistant. Honestly, the water would soak right on through, but conversely, it's very nice in the sense that it's very breathable. Moving around the sneaker, we have hits of suede, leather, and 3M, which is a very nice touch of detail indeed. In the insole, we have this really cool cork looking material, and there's actually perforations in the insole for extra breathability. Lastly, for added stability and comfort, there is a very minimalist heel cup at the heel of the sneaker, which helps a ton. I find that my Achilles lower ankle region doesn't slide around because of this. So yeah, this is a very well engineered sneaker, to say the least. So now into my overall opinions on the Nike React Element 87s. Guys, They are a brilliant sneaker to say the least, and the reason why they are right now my #1 candidate for sneaker of the year is that it's just been such a long time since Nike, or Adidas for that matter, dropped a really awesome silhouette, one that's super comfortable, trendy, and one that can go with a ton of different outfits. And the two colorways that dropped in these sneakers are just awesome in my opinion. Of course, as we've come to see in today's day and age with regard to design, there really isn't gonna be any innovation without any inspiration. And what I found with these specific sneakers is that there was a ton that might have been kind of inspired by what Virgil did with the 10 collection, with the deconstructive aspects of those sneakers. Of course, we have the lace-up system that looks just like the Off-White Vapor Maxes. You have exposed stitching and just different levels of raised portions of the upper, which really just reminds me of what Virgil did with Nike. That's not to say anything bad, but you can kind of see where the inspiration came from with these sneakers. Overall, guys, I love these sneakers. They are very comfortable. Now, I wouldn't necessarily suggest you work out or train or anything of that nature in these. These are more of a lifestyle sneaker, but they look good, they feel good, and the price is pretty fair, so I definitely think they're worth a look. Just as a reminder, if you decide these sneakers are for you, make sure to go true to size. That's my personal recommendation, and they do release here in the US on July 13th on Sneakers app. Guys, best of luck to you guys. I definitely think these are gonna be a sneaker to wear this summer. And as always, guys, it's such a privilege to get to do what I get to do here on YouTube. And as I end every video here at Locust&WildHoney, I'm gonna say peace and be blessed.